Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I want to welcome you to today's Shortcuts for Your Soul. And it's a very fascinating day. I've got Archangel Michael with me today on the concept of what is your purpose. And it's a very simple thing, really, is what he's saying. It's not meant to be complex at all because each of you is in and of yourself a purpose of being. Each of you is in and of yourself a purpose for being. And we're going to get into that a little bit more. Thank you. But I want to pretext everything. I want to say, there's a huge transformation in human consciousness underway on this planet. We are seeing massive changes around the globe in many respects with many people. And it's not something we're separate from. It's something we are all participating in simultaneously. And I don't know if you guys can feel the intensity of the energy that's been building and building and building internally within yourself, as well as seeing the changes in the world. They're not separate. What is occurring within us is simultaneously occurring around us. And you've heard us say this many, many, many times. Some of you might be experiencing massive ringing in your ears. Some of you are feeling like a lot of heart chakra energy occurring. It's happening with everyone, whether they're conscious of it or not. It is better to become conscious of it and to align yourself from a perspective of acceptance and possibilities without marring your perception with the conceptions of fear. You wish to release any conceptions you have of fear around any changes that are occurring in your physical dimension. Your physical dimension is not who you are. Your physical dimension is a realm that you express your being through. It's so important to understand this. It'll make things really simple as we go into the understanding of what is your purpose, because we get this question a lot. What is my purpose? What should I do? Where should I go? And it's a very simple answer, which we'll get into. But I also want to say one of the engagements I'm going to be involved in now, and I'm going to be devoting a percentage of all the proceeds I get from any of my media platforms to an organization that's got a place close to my heart. I'm going to put this up for you to see. This organization here, I will be donating at least 20% of everything I get from all social media platforms to this organization, ourrescue.org. This is an organization that literally goes out into the most horrendous of conditions and places to rescue children that are caught in the slave trade. And we're talking about sex slave trade. We're talking about organ harvesting. We're talking about the harvesting of adrenochrome, which you can research on internet. I don't want to get into that. But I'm going to be putting my money towards this organization because I've gone through an experience of what child abuse is. So I understand, but what these kids are going in the sex slave trade, and it's unbelievable. And I just want to say, whatever you can do to support this organization, they are growing rapidly as they gain more resources. These are the people that are involved. You can get the backstory from the website. Mike Ballard is an amazing soul. I think every child would love to have a father, as this man is. And as well as all the team members that he's collected over the last 6 or 7 years to build the momentum to this point where they've rescued 4,000 kids so far to date. And yet this is just a small fraction of the upwards of 7 million children and young adults that are entrapped in the sex slave trade. So I just wanted to extend that awareness to you all. If you're going to support something that gives meaning to the lives of other people that don't otherwise have an opportunity, then please support this organization, ourrescue.org. And I'll leave it up on the screen for just another 30 seconds, and then I will take it down. And then we're going to get into, what is your purpose with Archangel Michael, which is going to be really, really exciting and simple. He keeps saying it to me, it's got to be simple. So the other element is to keep it that way, to keep it simple. I want to welcome anybody who's new here today. Thank you for coming to experience the messages that we have to offer. Those of you that have your ears open and your eyes open And we refer to your inner ears and your inner eyes, for it's what you cannot see with your eyes and what you cannot hear with your ears that precipitates much of what you experience in this physical dimension. And when you learn to see properly and you learn to hear properly, it changes what you will be and what you will do while you are inhabiting that finite form in which you find yourself sometimes wondering, what am I doing here? Right? A lot of people wonder that. What am I doing here? But I can tell you right now that what you are doing here is something that we are all doing here. It's about being. And not just being, but knowing you are being, not thinking about being. Yes, I understand. Yes. So I hope you guys are remembering that during these live events, please remember to have water handy, to drink water as often as you can remember. Because when we're delivering information on the vibrational frequencies that we are, your brain is going to work differently as you receive specific frequencies of energy, not just in the form of a sound wave, but there are literal frequencies of energy being broadcast, not just from this point of time and space, but many other points of time and space around this planet right now that requires your brain to function slightly differently in order to integrate this information. So water is very, very important, as is having living live food going into your body, vegetables, fruits, things that will add life to your body. It's very important at this time that you can keep your body and your mind clear and your awareness present in this moment. For it is only in this moment that you can begin to grasp the concept of what is your purpose here. And yes, thank you. So one of the things Michael was saying to me, he said, the simple elegance of purpose, the simple elegance of purpose. Actually, I'm going to leave that along the bottom of the screen for a little while, just because I think it's so important. Like I said, there's upwards of 7 million children in the pipelines of these events, and one of the things I am here about is about love and joy, compassion, meaningful being, and I am by no stretch of the word perfect in that regard, but I do, as I know all of you do, aspire to be the best that we can be where we are in the present moment, because this is it right here, right now. Your purpose for being, yes, your purpose for being is here and now. You're not going to find it tomorrow. You're not going to find it from yesterday. You're going to find it from right now through a process of being present. Yes, being present in this moment is going to reveal to you everything that you need to think or be or do. You will not find your being in your thinking. Your thinking is a product of your being. Many of you got it backwards, where you are thinking that what you're thinking will give you the reason for your being, but it's the other way around. You have to understand that what you are being will generate your thinking. And how do you come to that place within yourself where you are being what you are, so that you can execute your reason for being and your purpose? Thank you very much for donating. Really appreciate it. It's very important to understand this, that what you are as a being, not as a thought, not as a memory, not as a future possibility, but what you are being right now, whether it's being attentive to the words and vibrations of this present moment that you're in right now, or whether it is you're walking down the street and you're just listening to the delicious sounds, the smells, the sights, the touches, the tastes that let you appreciate and respect the very nature of your being here. But it is very important you understand what is your purpose. You cannot understand your purpose from a memory. You cannot understand what your purpose for being is from what you think should be. You cannot understand your purpose from believing that you're going to find it tomorrow or somebody's going to give it to you. You came into this world a sentient, conscious, universal awareness that decided to create this existence of experience. Your purpose is to experience. And the beautiful thing is you get to decide what you will or what you will not experience, what will be good or what will not be good. You get to decide this. But whatever you choose to do, Make certain that you choose it in such a way that your heart becomes happy and open, that your mind becomes clearer and focused, that you feel more of what you are. For if you are in alignment with your purpose, you will feel expanded. You will feel joy. You will experience time very differently. And that requires that you be aware in this present moment. For in this present moment, you can know, should I help this person? Should I do this? Should I drink water? If you are present with your body, most people are not present with their body. Most of you are disconnected from it. But those of you who are present with your body knows when your body needs to drink, knows when your body needs to sleep, knows when your body needs to walk. You begin to know by being present. Your purpose unfolds from what you are, not trying to be somewhere else or remember something else, but being where you are. The scary thing for many of you is not understanding that you have to be patient in the present moment also, that you have to allow your being the time to shape and form matter, time, and space on behalf of your mind, because your mind thinks it's separate from who you are, right? You have this thinking thing going on, and then there's you watching the thinking thing going on, and they're very different things. But one is the leader, one is the follower. Your mind is meant to follow you, not lead you. When you're in a state of joy, when you're in a state of fear, very different behaviors and actions will issue forth from your being. When you are being joy, very specific things happen. When you're being fearful, very specific things happen. Very different things occur. But it requires your awareness in the present to be able to choose which one you want to be, because you do have choice. Yes, I want to add to what he's saying here. You know, many years ago, I never really understood what my mentor, Bill Curry, said to me once. He said, William, the purpose of life is to obtain maximum pleasure without hurting yourself or anyone else. And I never really got it. The purpose of life is to obtain maximum pleasure without hurting anyone else or myself. And I really thought about that. And I'm finally beginning, after all these years, to begin to understand, is what I am doing right now, is what I'm thinking, is what I'm feeling, giving me the most pleasure. And I know that pleasure from the perspective of body is one thing. Pleasure from the perspective of thinking is another. Pleasure from the perspective of being is another. And it is to this place in consciousness that we wish to bring you, to what you are as a being. What you are as a being is without question. For if you knew that which you are, you would have no doubt whatsoever. It is only when you question what you are that you have doubt. And how do you distinguish between who you are and your doubt or your fear or your uncertainty? Because you are without limit as a being, whereas your mind and body have limits in time and space that you do not, as an awareness. To simply restore yourself to this present moment and then go on the journey of being. Is it right? Do I need to breathe this way? To be mindful in this present. What does your body need? What does the world ask of you? Does it ask you to be kind to that person? Does it ask you to be still? Does it ask you to just listen to the sound of that bird that you've never heard before? Does it ask you to go for a walk? Does it ask you to sing? You learn to become aware of what life needs from you as a being. And then you begin to give it. And then you begin to trust. For things begin to change around you when you drop the fear and the doubt and the uncertainty from the eyes of your awareness and start to be in the present moment. Yes. He's also saying it's important you understand that there is specific things that you may love to do, whether it is a janitor or a politician or a mother or a father. Purpose may be engaged in any one of those, so long as that which you are doing gives you joy, which you have choice. You have choice as to whether or not it will give you joy. You can do your dishes in a restaurant, doing dishes, and you can do it frustrated. There's so many dishes, or you can do it with joy. And your joy will establish different things than your frustration will. Are you going to go out into this world and be joy? What will that joy establish? Can you hold yourself in joy long enough to allow it to condition the world to match you? Are you willing to be patient enough in your passion and in your excitement to allow that energy of your being to show itself to the world, to show itself to your mind, to reveal itself to your body? You can see this. You can see this simply if you drink water or you drink a can of soda, the difference. You can know the difference between what you do and what is right and what is not right. And when you come to that awareness of what is right and what is not right, then your purpose will begin to emerge. For the more joy you have, the more you'll wish to do. And the more you wish to do, the more joy you'll have. The two go together. He's saying, with regard to wanting to transform or transmute your pain and your suffering, you simply have to learn how to let it go. You learn to let it go. But you have to recognize what you are and what you are holding on to in order to let it go. Anytime you find yourself in a displeasurable and displeasing emotion or sensation in your body, be willing to let it go. For some of you, this seems very simple. For others, it makes you scratch your head because you wonder, how can I do this? How can I possibly let go of my suffering? It's been with me for so long. I know it. Yeah. But you can do it. You could even choose to be loving towards your suffering, that ache in your body, that problem, that burst. You may choose to be kind and compassionate towards it, and you will reap a very different result. Yes. I've never had Michael being this intense through me, and I feel like I can float off the ground right now. I literally feel like I'm on a swing, just floating off the ground. And I'm hoping and feeling within myself that you are also picking the vibrations of this up, because sometimes the truth is not always so evident to our senses as it is evident to our experience of being, to our awareness, to your awareness. Sometimes the truth is not in a language or a phrase or an idea. Sometimes the truth is in the awareness of your being. And that is where it resides ultimately, in the truth of your being. I'm going to scroll up because I know that Michael wants to take questions. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Hayat. I so gratefully appreciate that. Like I said, 20% of everything we generate. If you don't want to give here, then go to that website, ourrescue.org, and donate to them. I'm donating a set amount every month right now. I started that process yesterday, and I'll be giving, as I said, 20% of everything I generate here will be going to that organization. It's really horrible what's going on right now, and it's not a creation that I want to participate in, other than to transform it or transmute it. And I'm not. I just know that there are beings in this world that are willing to go into those places that came here with the exclusive purpose of going into the places, the darkest, most painful suffering of people, to help those people out of it. And the least we can do is offer them the support that they need, even if it's just a few dollars, to get them the resources they need to hire more people, to expand their network. And like I said, there's massive work on the planet to liberate humanity from suffering. It's not just about the children. It's about liberating humanity from suffering, because humanity is a collective whole that, we're not separate from any parts of ourselves. It's time to release our suffering. Yes. Michael says that is very important. And your purpose, finding your purpose, will do that. Wow, I'm just going to get up to the top here. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up today. Because today to me is really special. Finding your purpose is so important. I'm just going to put that back up here again. What is your purpose? Your purpose, again, is something that you will know because your heart will expand. It's like a flower. I've got these beautiful plants here, and when they're watered properly and they're given the right light, they flourish. They're beautiful. People are like flowers when they're given the right things, the right water, the right food, the right light, the right thoughts, the right actions. They thrive. And if you're feeling unfulfilled, yes, he says the simplest way to know that you're out of alignment with what your purpose is because you are not feeling happy. You are feeling unfulfilled. He says the quickest way to move away from unhappiness is to begin to make a choice to start doing whatever's right in front of you right now and do it with the decision that you're going to enjoy doing it. He says it's important you start to put joy into your life. Literally, you put joy as an energy through your body into your life. So you're going to do the dishes with joy. You're going to go for that walk with joy. You're going to engage that energy and bring it forth into this physical world. It will not happen by itself. He says so many of you are waiting for it to happen for you. So many of you are waiting for it to happen to you. But you are that which must make it happen. Be the vibration of joy in all things that you would think and say and do. And also, do not be afraid to be clear about what is right and what is wrong. And when you make that decision about what is right and what is wrong, make those decisions with joy, knowing that your decision is going to give you or others more joy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Yes, there is so much possibility for all of us on this planet today. And the beings that are arriving here that are already present, from many levels, that are here to help humanity facilitate a conscious and deliberate change. It requires each and every one of us that are awake and aware and enough to say, hey, I'm going to choose joy as my dominant expression for being. I'm gonna drink this water with gratitude and appreciation. I'm going to allow the energy, the spirit, these beings to work with me and through me from a perspective and energy of joy, even if I don't always understand what they're saying, and even if I don't remember most of what they're saying. It's a choice. So, yes, Michael's saying to me, when we finish today, it is very important that when this broadcast ends, he says, no, even now. He says, no, don't wait till he says, even now, choose the vibrational energy of joy as a sensation of what you are being, not a sensation of your body. Your body will feel the result of that sensation when you align yourself to it as an energy. Your shoulders will come back. There will be a smile on your face. You will know when you are being joy because your body will reflect it very clearly. And you will know when you are not being joy because your body will reflect it very carefully. Your body is your servant and cannot lie to you. I love it. Thank you, Michael. We're going to get into some questions and answers. Guys. Yeah, question from Giovanna. I am very interested in this, and I want to know who I am and what purpose is. Any guidance? Giovanna, he's saying to tell you right now, can you have the courage to sit your body up straight and pull your shoulders back and choose just the single word, joy? I choose joy. Can you do that? Can you put your head up and your shoulders back and say, I choose joy? Can you do that and feel that? Let your body feel your decision. We cannot do this for you because you must choose it. You came here to have free will, not to not have free will. You came here to have it. Thank you, Giovanna. That's a great question. Wow. Thank you very much, Hayat. Really appreciate that. The children are going to appreciate that too. I'm telling you. I will provide an accounting every month of what we have contributed to the children, so everybody will know what's going where. because it's really important. This, like I said, I went through 7 years personally of very deep, what I thought was terrible abuse. But when I looked into what some of these other kids are going through, what I went through was like a picnic, and it's very very intense. So thank you very much. Every little bit helps. I'm just gonna go questions here, wherever they are. Question from Drusilla. Yes, is he one of the orbs? Yes, he is. He says, I and others. He's saying, bring me, hold your staff. What do you mean by hold your staff? He's saying, hold your staff. He's saying, become aware of the flow. When you are aware of my presence, be aware, because your awareness of my presence aligns you to the awareness of your being, that is that which I am. And so do not be entrapped in the external manifestation, but be aligned in the energy of your being that resonates with that within you. Allow the vibration of that to direct you. You directing that mind and body from the vibration of your being. I am simply with you to remind you of alignment that we share in energy. For there is that plane on which we are all one and equal. Wow, thank you, Drusilla. Wow. What is divine masculinity? That's a great question. And he immediately said to me, divine masculinity is the fearless willingness to take immediate action in the present moment. It's responding to the energy of life without hesitation in any moment. That is the divine masculine. It responds instantaneously to what life needs in the moment. Wow. Thank you. That was pretty quick and direct. Wow. Love and Light is asking, how can I best activate and heal my pineal gland? Thank you, and God's to love and blessings. He's saying breathing. You do not just breathe. He's saying do not breathe with just your lungs, but breathe with this gland. And he's showing an image. Again, there's a breathing technique we teach people in our mediumship courses that you can use right now. Like I said, you draw your breath in, not through your lungs, but in your case, he's saying breathe deeply, hold your breath, and tighten everything. Apply pressure to your head with your breath, like that. And he's saying you want to breathe your pineal gland. You want to apply pressure to your pineal gland. You want to breathe it, get it moving. He's saying get it moving. And he's saying you will feel a sensation like a spark of light in there as a vibration. That will get it open. And then if you continue to revisit that process, you will expand your being back into matter the way you intended to express it here. Right. A lot of people have pineal glands that are shut down because they haven't learned how to use them. And they don't train kids in public school system how to breathe, how to utilize the pineal glands as a vital organ in our consciousness, right? It's a vital organ in our consciousness. And it's really important to learn how to exercise it. Like you can exercise your arms, your legs, your shoulders, you can exercise your body, but you have to learn to exercise these glands too, right? The God gland, the pineal gland. Thank you, Love Light. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that question. Question from Manoj. Please ask Archangel Michael if he can give me any advice for my persistent knee pain. Why do I have it, and how can I heal my knees? He says there are many things in your life that you have told yourself you could not stand these things. You have told yourself many times, I cannot stand this. I cannot stand that. You must decide that you can stand much better and much more. You must, with the great conviction of emotion, decide you can stand much better than you ever imagined you could. Your body will hear you. It is listening to you all the time. It obeys you. You have brought it to this place here. The consideration in terms of the structure of your body, are, again, amenable to the clarity of your energy. Are you not the master of that temple? Would you not give love to that place in your being where there is pain? Why would you give so much frustration to that which requires your healing? Put aside your annoyance and your frustration with these things and substitute them for your compassion and your joy and your respect and your appreciation for that aspect of your being. Give it your love. You wish to experience the being of what you are? You must do that which you are. Be that which you are towards all things, and you will find even your physical body and the world around you will change accordingly. This is so true. It's so true what's being said. Your body hears every thought. Every cell in our body is a living, sentient thing, right? It has a purpose. And every cell in our body knows what its purpose is. But it is subjective to what we are as a being, and it's subjective to what we've been taught to think we are. And you have to learn to drop what you've been taught to think and start to recognize what you are being and cultivate an energy towards your body that you would expect to be given from the world. Most people expect to receive from the world the thing they need to make me feel fulfilled and happy. Most people are out there expecting that. You want to get to a place where you're being that which you expect to be receiving. Be that. Turn your attention to that need and put your hands around it and embrace it with the love and the gratitude you would of a child that was also injured. Give that love, that light of your being to your need. It will change and transform. It is the law. Just as my fingers and body are responding to the energy that I bring through here, so too your body is no different than the body that we work through here. It's the same. Wonderful. Great question, Manoj. It's more and more of you guys coming forward. It's so important to understand that you are the thinker, not the thoughts, the feeler, not the feelings. You are a being that is capable of reorganizing time and space in the most profoundly simple ways, just by understanding the quality of what you can be in the present moment. Wow, you guys are bringing it today. I gotta say, please also remember to like this video, subscribe it, share this channel out. This information is vital for people at this time. With conceptions of separation and social distancing, these things give us the opportunity to become more aware of what our thoughts are, to become more mindful of being in alignment with what fulfills us as a being, instead of trying to get. Most of us have been conditioned. I got to get what I want out there, but you got to be what you want. You got to be the vibration of that which you want to be. The vibration organizes it. Right now, we are communicating to you through this physical body, and the vibration of the energies we're sending is affecting the time and space in which your body's receiving these information, these messages. Your body is receiving and responding to it. We know this. There's no theory to this. We know the fact. When you understand this, then that which you are being will organize your world for you. What you are being will organize your world, not what you're thinking. Well, your thinking will too. Your thinking can organize matter. That's why it's so important to be mindful, aware of your mind, not full of it, aware of your mind, so you can load into your mind that being you wish to see in this world. And you will see it. You will see it. Question from Lovelight. What time was I born? Please, my mother no longer remembers. He's laughing. He says, this is not a very important question for you to be asking. If you understand what we've said thus far, then you understand that the nature of what you are being, rather than what you are seeking, will fulfill you greater than what you are seeking. You are limitless potential in that body. Can you not draw your attention away from what you need from out there and to become the light, the love that is you? If we told you that you were born at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, would that fulfill you? And how long would that fulfill you for? If we told you that you were born at midnight, would that fulfill you? Would you feel better about yourself? For what you are being, not what we tell you, is what is most important. We came here today specifically for that purpose. And Michael's saying very precisely, it's understand this, that you are that which you are seeking, but you must learn to be it. Many of you are just starting out, but learning to just be joyful is a big job for some of you. Learning to just be joyful, whether you are cutting your lawn or watering a plant or holding your child. Many of you are struggling just to be joyful in this present moment. And we're here to encourage you that you are as we are. Be that. Wow. Wow. Let's see here. Thank you so much, Drusilla. Yes, that's funny. The answer just came too. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Marie, what was the purpose of me being born in my family, since it seems distance from them is necessary for me to be able to love myself and let myself grow and evolve? You know, family can be very important, but what is more important than family is, what are you being? What are you being? I look back on my life and I can see places where what I was being is not something that really represented who I am today. But what you are being is always first and foremost, are you being compassionate? Are you being kind? Because it's not going to matter whether or not people accept it or not, or appreciate it or respect it. Do you respect and appreciate what you are being? We're here to get you to understand that it is what you are being that matters more. For what you are being is what you will determine what you are doing. It will determine your purpose. It will determine everything. What you are being will determine everything. If you're being unhappy, it will determine your experience. If you're being joyful, it will determine your experience. Wonderful. Love your family. It can be very hard to love the family, but it is not about them. It is about you being love, you being joy, and you offering that which you are to this world. That's what you came here to do, all of you. You came here to offer your being to this world, to give of yourself. Just as the Creator beats your heart, did you not come here to do equally for others? You can accept the gift of your life from that which created you. Are you willing to extend that gift to others? Wow. Christine, am I going in the right direction on my purpose? Any guidance? He's saying you got to stop doing this. He's saying you're going through the ground like a snake. You're going back and forth and back and forth. But he says you're still moving forward, but you can enhance that. He says you can slow it down. You can slow the time. Okay, when he says slow the time, he means reduce the amount of time it will take you to be on purpose. Literally, get into a vibrational state of being happy. Like, think about this. When you're happy, when you're feeling inspired, when you're being in what you're doing with such excitement and joy, and you're grateful to be there, does it not feel great? And that's what it's about. When you're in that state of being, that will begin to organize your affairs. But most people, we have one moment we're happy, and then one moment we're sad, and one moment we're this, and we jump back and forth from one side to the other. And yet, so neither gets a chance to take shape and form in your life. Your joy doesn't get a chance to unfold because you're happy one moment and sad the next. And only you can choose which one you will be. When you face things in your life that are difficult, can you face them from the perspective of joy? Even if it's only on the inside, it will change what you will do, and it will change what will begin to happen. Wow. Okay, guys, you guys are just amazing. The questions are wonderful. On Monday, when I asked a question, the guy told me that I need to let go of feeling like I missed out on something, but I don't know how to do this. Please help. Thank you. Thank you so much for that question. This is a very powerful question. We are delighted that you're asking this question. I'm going to read it for everybody. It's on the screen, I know that, but I want to read it again because it's important that we communicate to you the essential energy contained within the question so that you can have a different choice to make. On Monday, when I asked a question, the guides told me that I need to let go of feeling like I missed out on something, but I do not know how to do this. So you're feeling like you've missed out on something, which means that you believe you missed out on something that is to come, or something that has already happened, or you are not present in the moment. If you are truly present in this moment, you have choice to say, I am in this moment. I am in this moment. And in the moment of deciding you are aware in this moment, you will not be missing anything, for you will be aware that you are being aware in this moment. This is the simplest way we can say it. In being aware in this moment, in deciding to be aware of being aware in this moment, aware of the sounds, the smells, the touches, the taste, being aware in this moment, then that yearning, that illusion that you are missing something will vanish. You will feel it right now. Do this. Be aware. Be aware of being aware in this moment. And let us know, let others know what happens when you do this. For the moment you decide you are being aware, you will not miss anything, for you are everything. What you are is everything. Oh, my goodness. You're welcome, Drusilla. A question from Artist Girl. I was told to repeat this question today. You recently related the kingdom, the unlimited knowledge, to the emerald tablets. Could you expand on this? That's somebody else brought that through. They're saying this to say to you, that which was written in stone is written in the hearts of all humans. What do you mean by written in stone? That which you are being, that which is the truth, the self-evident nature of your being, is forever etched in what you are. Is there another way that this person can apply this to understand it? Be willing to surrender your need for the external validation of what you already know internally. For you wish to understand this truth, as above, so below, as below, so above. But you are that which decides this. You get to decide which will be above and which will be below. Will you be above? Will you be below? You as a being get to decide this. And we would encourage you to decide consciously and deliberately, and not seek outside yourself that which you already have the power to be and are. Wow. Question from Kate. Shadow work, focusing on the root. How to dive deep, deep, deep and heal. Kate, that's a really wonderful consideration. And I got to say, I love diving deep in my own consciousness, looking at my mind and how it was constructed by my environment. So diving deep for me is very different than what it is for some of you. You do not have to go back into the past to correct it. You just have to be mindful of the emotions you're in the present. If you find yourself feeling angry or suddenly feeling frustrated, that is where you are running into or meeting with the shadow self, the self that was created by this world, that does not accurately reflect who you are as a divine being. So whenever you find any of those floating emotions and anxiety, and whenever you capture those things and they're there, you just go, and be willing to extend your love and grace to it. That's a part of me that's in pain, that's floating up from my 2-year-old self. There's a part of me in pain that remembers this time when that boy rejected me at 17, and it really broke my heart. And suddenly you're having these memories coming over. Those are the aspects of yourself, the shadow, that needs you to shine the light of your love upon it. And the minute you choose to embrace that from the perspective of being love, you heal it. It is corrected instantly. They're telling me to use the example of water again. Water. Think of those old emotions, the old suffering, the old pain, all that stuff you bring up from your past that just suddenly comes out of nowhere, or somebody triggers it, right? You get triggered from the environment. Think of that as that glass of water suddenly appears out of nowhere. Oh, this is in front of me. I got this emotion here. You are awareness, and you can extend love to that energy. Like, I put this water in the freezer, and the freezer changes it to ice. The water doesn't do a thing. It's just transmuted into ice by the vibration of the freezer. Think of your love, your ability to cultivate an awareness of how would love express itself as an energy to your fear. How would love as an energy express itself to your anger? How would love as an energy express itself to your pain? And then be willing to be that extension, to extend that vibration to that memory of pain, that memory of suffering, or that fear of what might be. Extend your love to those energies and transmute them. You will, they will change. We know this. We watched our students go through it all the time in our courses and classes when they apply the inner work in our Mediumship 102 course, where you actually begin to engage and look for your pain and your suffering, your guilt and your shame. And you learn to become a device, a consciousness, the being that you are, extending your love to it. And then you begin to learn to do that to other people. Then you begin to extend what you've given to yourself to the world, because you cannot give a gift that you do not possess. But we can assure you that within you is all possibilities. Thank you, Kate. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful statement. Hello, Danielle. Question from Danielle. Any insights for my growth? I've been deceived these few days. What spirit suggests me to create my own healing business? Wow. The first words they're telling me is you are your healing business. When you are healing your uncertainty, when you are establishing a knowing that you can, with the state of joy, the state of playfulness, the state of curiosity and excitement, create a fulfilling life. But you know in your heart you cannot create a fulfilling life from your uncertainty. You know this. This is why you're asking us this question. For you know your fear will not let you create excitement. You cannot get wine out of water. You cannot create joy out of suffering. But you can transform suffering into joy by being the joy towards it. So we would say to you, your uncertainty, communicate your excitement. Even if you do not understand how that excitement will be in this world, get into excitement around that. Communicate that energy of excitement to your uncertainty. We don't know what's coming, but it's coming because I'm choosing to be excited. I'm creating that energy. I'm bringing that energy through. I'm imparting it to these aspects of my mind and body that I wish to align to who I am. Because most people are trying to get themselves aligned to their mind body, but that's insanity. Your mind and your body, you have to align them to you, not you to them. Too many people are trying to align themselves to all the stuff the world has given them, and it's very confusing and difficult because it's very confusing and difficult. But you, as an awareness, as a being in this present moment, can transform, transcend, and transmute emotional energy simply by extending your love and grace to it, your compassion to it. And if you're patient and persistent enough in that being joy, being love, being compassion, then your body will begin to reorganize itself to that energy, much the same way as the water organizes itself to become ice from that energy being given to it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Pardon me. They also said to tell you, go forth and give healing to others. Be that energy. Be the vibration of healing. Be the being of healing. As an energy, you are that, or you would not be seeking to be what you already are, because you already are it. You're only seeking it because you deny that truth. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Wow. Here. Question from Sanuk. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Is Sanukta. Can Archangel Michael give me some advice? I'm currently studying Reiki with the intention of having a business in this area. He's saying, do not spend so much time studying Reiki as being Reiki. He's saying you must be that which you are seeking to be. You must be it now. You already are Reiki. You already are healing. Yes, you may take the studies to learn the techniques and the methods, But ultimately, the techniques and the methods rely on you being able to be that vibration of wholeness and healing, which is Reiki. Reiki is wholeness and healing. It is transformation. And when you are being that, yes, you can train your body to do the movements and the touches, the sounds, the symbols. You can learn all of those things. They're technique. But when you are being that which you are cultivating the technique to be, then the technique from you will flow the way it needs to flow from you through your body. The way this body has done Reiki is very different than the way other bodies have done Reiki, for each body is different and unique, and you are different and unique while you're in this form. So allow yourself to be the vibration of healing as you would understand to be as a vibration. How would you be? How would you feel? How would you move? Be it. You are already it. We know this. Wonderful. I think, where are we time-wise? This is amazing that they always tell me at the right time. I love that. Wow. So where are we here? Scrolling down here. Question from Bo. How do we narrow down our purpose if we have many interests? Wow. I personally love that question. And again, in our mediumship course, we have a fundamental rule that we teach all of our students. You want to get rid of the word "or" from your vocabulary and substitute it for the word "and." Because as an infinite intelligence with infinite potential, we all have this ability to be many things. But you can be this, and you can be this, and you can be this. If you decide, I'm going to be, do I need to be this or this? You are divided. You are divided. If you are this or this or this, you are divided. But when you are this and this and this, a certain energy begins to unfold that's non-conflicting. You remove conflict internally from you. For the truth is, you are many things. All of you are. And in liberating yourself from having to do one or the other, you will find yourself pleasuring in one, and you might find yourself going into that one, and you might find yourself pleasuring in more than one. But the understanding is to first remove the division that there should be this or this, be this and this and this. You will find the natural draw towards what you are seeking to be, what you already are. You will find the natural thing that resonates, that you resonate with, that you feel, yes, this calls me forward. That this out there calls me forward, just the same way as a child on the street that is calling for its parents would call you towards it. So too, that which is closest to who you are in this world, you will see it, you will know it because it is you. You will be drawn towards it, like bees to flowers. Oh, wow. Guys, this has been a great day. I don't often get to have all these different people with me, but Michael, this time in our time, he's saying this time in our time is about being what we are consciously, fully and completely, deliberately and intentionally. And it's a matter of being conscious, learning to be in the present moment. Don't be in a hurry to go somewhere else. Learn to be really happy with where you are in this moment. And then if you have to get up and get water, be in the moment and be happy doing it and getting water. If you're going to be happy, choose that. Choose it. And if you have to deal with people that aren't very nice, choose to be in a state of joy, even if only in your own heart, because your joy will cause you to interact with people very differently than your fear will. Fear and joy create very different behaviors in your body. Your body reacts chemically very different. It's so important. And he says it's really important at this time to become aligned to this present moment and make a choice in what you are being, consciously being love, consciously being peace, consciously being passionate, consciously being caring, right? Wow. For anybody that wants to support these messages, because we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're live from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. On Saturday, we do a meditation where we take all of the energies that the guides and angels have brought through for us for these Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we do a meditation on Saturday to integrate all these energies into our awareness, because it's really about becoming more aware that you are awareness. You are not the body. The body is an instrument that you use to express your being through. And your mind is meant to be an instrument that you express your being through. But many of you got it flipped around, thinking that your thoughts and what this world has taught you to think you are is more real than who you are being. And the reverse is true. You are already more real than this world. Thank you. Yeah. So if you want to support this work, you can do so by going to my Patreon page. By the way, I want to welcome our new Patreons. Thank you very much. Patreon.com/William Michael Forbes, and you can become a member of our Patreon page. We offer a free monthly 1 hour patrons only meeting. We also do a free monthly draw that you get a free reading with me once a month, but you also get to ask a specific question that's personal to you, of your guides and your angels, and get specific information from them. Also, you can support this work by using the super chats, as you've seen some people do in this live feed. But mostly, you can support this work by becoming your best you, by being what you are consciously and deliberately, mindful that you have choice in every moment to choose to be an expression of love and the different dimensions of love, or to be an expression of fear and the dimensions of fear. You have the ability to be conscious in this moment, to think beyond your thoughts, to choose beyond your feelings, to create a remarkable life for yourself. You know, when we were told that this would be about finding your purpose, right? What, you know, how do you get to that place? That's what did he say again? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are to know what is your purpose. And most of you are stuck with who you've been taught to think you are, so you don't know what your purpose is, not because you don't know, but because you're looking in the wrong place. What you are being knows what you are needing to do. And it sounds paradoxical and confusing. That's because it is, when you're divided, when you're torn between what the world has told you to believe you are and what you already are. And one of the goals of the angels and the other multidimensional beings that are coming through from the higher frequencies at this time is to liberate us from the confinement to being just a body and mind, but to being the divine essence that we are, and then manifesting that as an expression in time, space, and watching how that plays out. I want to thank everybody for your wonderful questions today. And I want to wish you all, much, much love and joy in this day. And we will see you on Friday. I will be coming live from a different location on Friday for the first time. So I'm really excited about this. It'll be the first time I'll be doing an outdoor live event. So I'm going to hope that the technology does what we needed to do there. So I want to say again, thank you so, so much for your time, your questions, your energy, your patience, your perseverance. And we will see you on Friday at 10 a.m. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.